Hey everyone, Dr. Vince Leone here, and I want to just do this quick case study on this killer ad that produced um, basically a 63x ROAS. So, what does that mean? Well, ROAS is return on ad spend. The doctor invested $1,000 for the ad, and it generated 18 new patients at 3,500 each, roughly, so about 63,000 in revenue. So pretty darn cool, right? So I want to just go through the anatomy of what makes a successful ad like this work in the paper. The newspaper is your friend, guys. I mean, if you're doing neuropathy, disc work, knee pain, you should be in your newspaper, right? Because even if it has a smaller reach, or even if it's only one day a week, it's okay. The people that get the paper, they're diehards, right? They're still getting that paper. They're usually homeowners. They're usually older. They usually have money, and they usually have our conditions. So, well, I don't know about they usually have our conditions, but they're very susceptible to it, right? Because they're 60 and older. So let's take a look at this. Now, when I say killer ad, it's not killer ad by Dr. Manna. I think it was Dr. Manna. Although I did buy his program back in 2010. That's what helped me build my neuropathy practice, because he taught me how to write these ads. I also studied other copywriters like Dan Kennedy and the like. But this is what's called an advertorial. And Dr. Manna, he didn't invent advertorials, right? He studied under Dan Kennedy, but he really brought advertorials to the chiropractic profession, if I recall. I don't think there was anyone else before him, maybe, but anyways, he's who I bought his program, loved it, and it made me a ton of money. So the point being is, let's take a look at what this, why it works, how it works, etc. Now, two key things. You have to you have to write advertisement there, and you have to do this type of stuff. Okay, if you don't do this type of stuff, you get in trouble. So don't get in trouble. But the most important, what do you think is the most important part of this entire ad? This right here, your headline. No, number one, hands down, most important part of the ad. And this is called a dog whistle copy. In other words, we are going to be very clear in exactly who we are trying to reach. Are you tired of the pain, burning, or numbness in your hands and feet? Very specifically. Now, if you don't have that, they just keep reading the paper. They turn the page. They go look at, did my sports team win? No. So that's okay. But if you have pain, burning, or numbness in your hands and feet, are you tired of it? You're darn right I am. And then your subhead, which is not the second most important thing, but hey, discover how our Medicare approved Synexus therapy works. Okay. Now here's a caveat. This is an insurance-based service, so it's going to pull better, just will, right? Because people want to use their insurance. So, but what is the second most important part on this whole ad? This guy, the picture. People love pictures. Their eyes are just drawn to it, and curiosity, right? Curiosity is so massive in advertising. What in the world are all those things on that lady's legs? Right? So, number one, headline. Number two, picture. Got to get a good picture. Ideally, you don't want to put a picture of you right there. We take care of that later, and I'll talk about that. But ideally, you want some curiosity. Like if you're doing knee pain, put someone on the neon track or getting laser on the knee, right? Something with the therapies is what I would recommend. But this is important too, your subhead. Discover, now notice that's an important word, discover, not learn. Discover, right? People like to discover things. People like to kind of be first to the, whatever. The point being is it's a better word than say learn or fit, whatever. So discover how our Medicare approved, right? So we want to throw that out there right away. Hey, this is covered by insurance. And then Synexus therapy, what the heck is that? Discover how it works. Okay. Now, so let's go through this ad. this is just an overview. Hey, Synexus Therapy is working for the people in this area, right? And they're having this is where they're having it, right? At this office. And it's a revolutionary, blah, blah, blah. How it all started. Okay, so this is, wow, this is cool. This is interesting. And by the way, the only point of the headline is to get them to start reading. That is the main thing. Have them ears perk up and then start reading. How did it all start? Now, this is important because it's telling a story. People love stories. People love stories since they've been sitting around the campfire after cavemen, went and hunted bison. Okay, so how it all started. We're going to tell you a little story. Well, hey, Dr. Hofling, he's been helping patients for the last 15 years. And then he discovered this new and advanced Synexus therapy. And it uses this cell signaling technology. What in the world is that? And while it's a complicated process, it essentially does three things. Well, it increases blood flow to the affected area, stimulates blah, blah. All right, so we're going to start talking about what it does, right? And then, and this has created the most logical, safe, pain-free, that's important, pain-free, and effective treatments for patients with peripheral neuropathy. And it's all overseen by our experienced and caring nurse, Lori. So now we're going to talk about what doesn't work, drugs, okay, and why they don't work, okay? And then at this point, because listen, you see the average neuropathy patient starts out by taking drugs. And then if you're a neuropathy patient, you said, yep, that's me, gabapentin, that's what I was on. In fact, I'm still on it, but it doesn't work. And these drugs just mask the pain. Mask the pain, what's that? They essentially block the signal from the feet or the hands to the brain. They don't heal anything. What? They don't heal anything? Doggone it. Then the drugs lose effectiveness. Yep. And the symptoms get worse. Yep. And pretty soon they max out their dose. That's me. At this point, their MD has no other options to give. Dude, my MD has no other options to give. Then we throw in a testimonial. Then we got this thing, real life patient on the pain-free Synexus. Pain-free? Nice. What symptoms, does this treat? Pain, yep. Numbness, yep. Tingling, yep. Balance issues. I have balance issues. I can't sleep worth a darn. Electrical shocks, all day long. Falls, I fell yesterday. Balled up socks feeling. Now, unless you've treated neuropathy patients, this does not make sense to you. But I've treated tons of them. I've heard this so many times. Oh, it feels like my socks are balled up. Or it's just always this odd feeling in the feet, right? And if they have it, they have probably felt something like that. And they're like going, that's me. Now, here's an important note, right? This is our last ditch effort, right? Because they may be, up to this point, maybe thinking, well, gosh, that sounds great, but it probably won't work for me. Very important note. Synexus has been successful with even the most severe cases, even when the drugs have stopped working, even when the MD has no answers left, even when nothing else has worked. Synexus therapy has provided what many consider nothing short of miracles. For people who have tried everything else with little or no result, many had lost all hope. And inside they're thinking, I lost all hope. I stopped even caring. I stopped trying to figure out what the heck it is and why it's not working. Here's our special offer. If you'd like to learn, now that should actually be discovered. I should go back and change that. But if you'd like to learn if this will work for you, here's what you do. Call, right? And we got our special offer. It's free. Neuropathy severity screen. Here's what you get. And then once again, we're going to lead them by the hand. Here's what to do now. Pick up the phone and call, okay? Now we put a little scarcity in here. We're using next 8 days. There should still be room due to the expected demand. Now don't do this if it's false, but this doctor's busy. Right? He's no joke. He's got a big practice. So he's busy, right? And so that's not false scarcity. But you do want scarcity because you want people to you need something to kind of kick them in the butt to get off the couch and pick up the phone. But any delay could lead to missing your opportunity. No one wants to miss out on opportunity. Okay? And then finally, hey, oh wow, nice doctor. He looks so nice. He's smiling. He's in scrubs. He looks like a doctor. Perfect. This is Dr. Jim Hofling, right? And here he has something to say to the patients. Hey, great news, okay? This is covered by insurance, and you may not have to pay anything, okay? So that's how we wrap it up. And this is the anatomy of a highly successful ad. Now, if you're a Profit Niche member, this is in the bonuses section. If not, reach out to me about how we can help you grow your neuropathy practice or your disc pain practice or your knee pain practice, because we got this type of ad for all three conditions. So I'm Dr. Vince Leone. I hope this was helpful for you. If you need to reach me, support at drvinceleone.com. Take care.